being here. Let's take a quick moment to say a prayer, calling in angel spirits and guides of the highest consciousness and asking that the messages be clear and concise and for the highest good of everyone who sees this video. So mote it be. All right. Thank you, Aries. Your first oracle card is get some exercise. As your body becomes stronger, you begin to feel stronger in all ways. Well, this is good for everybody. So there we go. Get some exercise. And we're going to be moving into fall. So that'll be a great time. Hopefully things cooling off a bit around the world. And your second oracle card is origins. Remember your roots. Interesting. So you may be reflecting this month, Aries, about where you come from, your ancestors, the people and the society and culture that you come from, and taking from that those things that are good and that you value and expressing those in your life. I love it. Okay, so Aries, for you, we have 3 cards that represent your past energy. Now, when I speak of past energy, I'm talking about right now when you're in the reading, seeing this video, and 6 weeks from now into the past. So your very first card is 6 of Pentacles, a really awesome card to receive. We see here someone who appears to be counting out coins, or pentacles as they are called in tarot. And we see some hands there at the bottom that are receiving them. This is the card of charity, the card of giving out of our surplus. If you notice, he has a scales there. And that scale, he's weighing. Do I have enough for myself? And what is extra that I can give to others? So this is a card of not just giving until we have nothing left to give, but it's a card of being very counting the cost of something before we do it. We do want to share with others. We do want to, give of what we have to help others in need, but we're not depleting ourselves to do so. Pentacles is earth energy. It's slow moving energy. And Pentacles in tarot has to do with our resources. Now that can be actual money, but it also includes resources like your job, your career calling. It's also your relationships. It's your health. It's your time. It's your energy. Anything that supports us is a resource. Just like how the earth supports us, it's the same sort of thing. So you're being very careful with how you are giving out of your surplus. Okay. Second card in your recent past energy is the Knight of Wands. Now, the Knight of Wands is a card of action. This knight is the swiftest knight in tarot, in my opinion, because fire is really, really fast. And he is often embodies an energy of leaping before looking. So sometimes impetuous, sometimes just whoop, go and do it without thinking about the consequences. It is a card of action, so it's very possible that you are taking some swift action here. And for those of you who are looking for love, this might be, a very charismatic figure that's coming into your life and kind of sweeping you off your feet, but maybe they're not quite the right person for you. They could be. I'm not judging here, but be careful is going to be my advice. All right, then you have 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords energy is that energy of, and often we will say this is the heartbreak card, but Swords has to do with the air and our thoughts, our logic, the way our brain thinks, and also how we communicate. So often this is a card of we're thinking about a past heartbreak. We're reliving it in our mind, or we're speaking about it a lot, and therefore the energy of that is in our present. So I'm going to say that more than likely, many of you have had some sort of heartbreak. Might not be romantic, might be otherwise. I'm thinking not very many of you it's going to be romantic, but there's something that's really been tugging on your heart, and you're kind of reliving it in your mind. And this energy has been present for you. That's in your recent past. Now let's move into the present. Okay. In the present, you have the card of Pisces. This is the Hanging Man. And what we see here is someone who looks like they're kind of tangled up and they're hanging upside down, but they sort of look like they're enjoying that. At least in this depiction. The story of the Hanged Man is that he has chosen this position in order to give himself a new perspective on what's going on in his life. So this is a card of gaining new perspective, of sacrifice to gain knowledge. So it's very possible that you may be making some sort of sacrifice one way or the other, Aries, that is going to help you in the long run. It might not be pleasant in the short run. I don't think that it would be very pleasant to hang by the ankles just to look at the world upside down, but this is what he is choosing. So keep in mind that there might be some sort of sacrifice that you are having to do this month, Pisces, Pisces, pardon me. I'm thinking about the card being a card of Pisces. Aries, this is probably something that you're going to have to do, but it's in the end, it's going to work out for you. You're also going to have to be very strategic in how you do that. 7 of Swords. Now again, air energy, the energy of logic, thoughts, communications. And what we see here is someone who is carrying off some swords and he's kind of looking back. If you notice, there's a couple of swords here in the foreground. He didn't take all of them. He only took what he could carry. This is the card of strategy. This is a card of thinking things out logically and being able to communicate clearly why you're doing something. We don't know the story behind this card, but he obviously is going to do something with these swords. Either he's removing them so that they will no longer be a threat. Perhaps he's removing them so he can sell them and make some money. Maybe he's removing them so he can give them to a protector. We don't really know, but in any event, he has a reason for what he's doing. Now, often this card is called the Thief card. When I read, I only read it as deceit or theft or thievery when it is reversed. You did not receive it reversed. So I read it in its positive aspect of being very strategic. I think that this new perspective that you're going to be gaining, Aries, is what's going to help you be able to be strategic. And it's going to pay off for you because your third card in your present energy for September is the 2 of Cups. This is the card of true love, true partnership, true companionship. This is working in harmony, the soulmate card. Cups is always the energy of water and the emotions in tarot. And what we see here is 2 cups, 2 people united in purpose, alignment. So this is a card of love for many of you. Love will be coming in. Possibly might be that Knight of Wands there that came in. In any event, your new perspective is really going to help you see this. Now, for those of you who are not looking for love, this could be a partnership. Maybe you're already in a relationship and now you're really learning how to work together and you're really coming together so that you can work together on your life's goals. Perhaps it's a business arrangement where you have somebody that you're in partnership with and you're really accomplishing the things that you want to accomplish in your business life. Perhaps it's your relationship with the divine and you're truly aligning yourself with what the divine is wanting you to do in your life. In any event, it's a fabulous card to get. Okay, what's coming towards you more towards the end of September, Aries? It is the 10 of Swords. Now, on first glance, this looks kind of like a scary card. We see 10 swords. They seem to be hovering above this person that's lying on the ground. This person appears to be unconscious. In this depiction, the swords are not piercing the person. They look like they're leaving him. They're floating in the air. Since swords are representative of the element of air, we know that they have to do with our thoughts and our communications. 10 in tarot is an ending. It is the end of the cycle. In tarot, it goes from ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 10. So this is an ending. And swords always has to do with our brain and how it's just churning along. So This is actually a good card because it shows an ending to the constant thinking and mulling over and constantly, I will even say, worrying. So if you've been worrying about something, Aries, this month is going to be an end to that worrying. It's no longer going to be bothering you. It might be an end to a communication of some sort. Perhaps, you have been having to defend yourself, and you've repeatedly had to communicate, and now it's time to not do that anymore. Yeah. Okay. That's all the messages I'm getting on that right now. Your next card in your future energy is the King of Pentacles. I like this when it's coming right after the Ten of Swords, because it's showing us that look how solid and confident and grounded he looks. Pentacles is earth energy. It is the energy of being grounded, and it is the energy of manifestation. So this king, he's got everything he needs. He has his resources under control, right? He's not worried about him. Look at him. He's not worried at all. He's just like, here I am. I got what I need. I'm taking care of everybody. I got the stuff, right? Resources. So what are those? Those are your health, your wealth, your relationships, your time, your energy. All of those things that support you are your pentacles, and you are the king over them. You are able to rule over them well and delegate where they need to go and keep some for yourself. Okay, that's awesome energy. You're getting a handle on it, Aries. Then you have the Queen of Pentacles. So you've got the king and the queen. I like this because this shows that the energy is balanced. We've got the feminine and the masculine expressions of this energy. Take a look at the queen. She's holding her pentacle. She's in rich robes. She is really showing that she knows how to manage her resources. Keep in mind that the masculine expression, the king, he is all about actively. So masculine energy is outwardly expressed. It's action oriented. Typical men are typically more action oriented, whereas women are more inward focused. That's a generalization, of course. Keep in mind, we all have both of these energies in everyone, regardless of gender. So feminine energy typically is more inwardly focused. It tends to be more introspective and more of a softer type of expression of the energy. So it looks like you're going to really get a good handle on your resources this month, Aries. I like it. Now, your challenge row coming up here, your first card for your challenge row is the 10 of Pentacles. Now, you had the king and the queen, and here you have in your challenge the 10. The 10 is the legacy card. What are you leaving behind? How are you building your resources, right? And we see this chest of coins. So as a challenge card, I'm going to say that you need to figure out, why are you doing what you're doing? What's the goal here? What's the end game? Are you doing this just because you're going through the motions, or do you actually have a goal in mind? Are you acquiring resources just to acquire them, just because you want the house and the car and the great job and the relationship, or is there a real reason why you want it? You need to figure that out. What is the legacy that you want to leave? That's your challenge. Your second challenge is going to be the Knight of Pentacles. So lots of pentacles in your reading, Aries. And I'm going to say that for you, since you're a fire sign, the energy in the month of September may feel a little bit more heavy for you because you have quite a few pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is the card of slow and steady wins the race. The Knight of Pentacles is very grounded. He is able to act, and he does so, but it is not swift. It's very deliberate and considered, and come hell or high water, he's going to accomplish his goal, but it's probably not going to be fast. Most of the time, the Knight of Pentacles is seated on a horse that is standing and is not moving. So that gives you an idea that the energy is slower. So Aries, your challenge is going to be not to get impatient, because the energy is going to feel slow and sluggish to you. You like zing, 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 and you want things to go fast and get it done and get on to the next thing. And that is not what September is going to feel like. September is going to feel a little bit more sloggy for you. And you're going to have to say, okay, whoa, horsey, I got to slow down a little bit and just kind of enjoy the ride. Now, the next challenge card is the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups, as you can see, that horse is raring to go. And cups is our emotions. So this is the knight that is in love with being in love. And so for those of you who are looking for love, you may want to just charge right into a relationship. And this also applies to not just a romantic relationship, but maybe you're just wanting to charge right into the thing that you love to do, right? The thing that's helping you build up those pentacles, those resources. And your challenge is going to be to kind of slow down just a little bit. And yes, enjoy what you're doing, definitely. But don't charge in blindly. Be able to look and see what you're doing before you jump in there. You now have 1, 2, 3 of the 4 knights. So yeah, some movement energy definitely happening for you. Let's move to the blessings row. First of all, you have the 9 of Pentacles. Excellent. I'm going to say, Aries, that by the end of September, your resources are going to be looking really, really good. 9 of Pentacles is the card of self-sufficiency. We see a woman. She is alone in the garden. She has a beautiful garden. She has a bird of prey. She's in rich robes. She has everything she needs. This is the card of you have the resources that you need to accomplish what you want to accomplish. A fantastic blessing card. Love it. Your second blessing card is the 9 of Cups. So 2 9s like that. Cups, of course, this card is often known as the wish fulfillment card. It's the card of all the good emotional happenings happening to you. He's celebrating. Look, he's holding his cup up in a toast. So this is the card of wishing and dreaming. Spend some time this month, Aries, really wishing and dreaming. What is it that you really want? If there were no obstacles, what would be the thing that you would go for? Think about that. Good blessing card to get. Your third card probably isn't going to look like a blessing, but I am going to say it's going to be a blessing in disguise. I'm going to have to cover up his bum there. So you have these people that are falling from this tower. You have the tower in the blessing position. Now the tower is a card of unexpected epiphanies or an unexpected event, right? I would say probably 90% of the time it's an epiphany. It's a realization that we come to, like, oh, this thing is not that thing. It's not what I thought it was. And now my entire view of what has happened has changed. And I will say that goes along with the hanging man of a sacrifice. If you notice, this person is, he's literally jumped out of the tower naked. That's why I got him covered up, because YouTube doesn't like that. So he's literally jumped out of the tower to save himself from the explosion that's happening. So he took action, right? It was unexpected. He didn't have much time to react, but he saved himself. So when the tower comes in a reading, sometimes people are really scared by the tower. Oh, it means horrible things are going to happen. No, often it does not. It means that you, especially since you're here at this reading, you know it's coming. Okay, so you can plan for it, right? You've got lots of pentacles. This is slow energy. So I'm going to say that your experience in the month of September of having to slow yourself down, having to make a sacrifice to see a different perspective, being very strategic, building your resources. These are all the things that are going to happen for you in September. This is really going to give you a different outlook on things, and it's going to cause, from the end of September onwards, you're going to be behaving differently because of this knowledge that you've gained. Okay, now the card, your very last card for the reading, is the card that's on the bottom of the deck, and that signifies the energy that flows through the entire reading. What is that? The oh so awesome 10 of Cups. You have lots of 10s, you have lots of court cards. Very, very good reading. The 10 of Cups is the happy family card. It's the blessings after adversity card. We see here family outside a lovely cottage. in a beautiful setting. And those cups, that's the element of water and is our emotional experiences, all good. Those cups are full and overflowing with love and all good things. So I think that it is going to be an amazing month for Aries. It's going to be a month where you're going to need to be strategic, but I think it's really going to pay off for you. And I like what I'm seeing, Aries. All right, your final oracle card is from the Oracle of the Dragon Fae. And your card is Queen Mab. Your ancient wisdom is awakening. And if you remember, we had the second oracle card was Origins, remembering your past. So we're talking about ancient wisdom and ancient past as well. And magics, right? What people used to call magics. Sometimes now magic and science are the same thing. Getting back to the basics of enchantment and magic, reconnecting with the old ways and seeing them as eternal. Understanding the karmic history of your area and applying the principles and lessons in the present moment. Knowing that your thoughts have energy and can have an immense impact on what happens. Indulge in some old-fashioned magic. Believe in your own abilities. And trust in the ancient ways of wisdom that run in your blood, as well as in the planet's heartbeat. Oh, interesting. Okay, Aries, this is a great message for you. I think you're going to have a fantastic month. So I want to hear all about it in the comments, please. Hit the like button and subscribe as well. Let's spread this video. I want to reach more people, and I hope you'll help me to do that. Have a fantastic month, and I'll see you next time. Many blessings. Bye.